Hey traders, Parker here with a quick video on the updated buy-sell pressure average momentum oscillator. You remember my last video when I did it? I showed you this stock, and this is one of the stocks that popped up on a positive and negative divergence. And you look, here's your positive divergence, and this is the stock HLIT that I showed you. And you can see what happened the following day. You had this huge pop up, and you can see all this volume. This gray right here is actual volume. This white is buying volume, ultra high buying volume, and this yellow is the selling volume on there. And I haven't modified it to my new way I'm doing things, but for the most part, this video is on the momentum oscillator and this divergence that is found. And if you look, this is everything that I marked out in this video. And where did it stop up? It stopped at the 10%. So we'll go to the 5. We'll go to the 3-day 5-minute. And this is just a buy sell pressure map. And these arrows just showing you when volume or buying volume and selling volume is making new highs. You can see right here, this arrow right here is showing the selling volumes made a new high. And you see the same situation here, buying volume made a new high. It's either going to be greater than or equal to the highest buying volume. And you can see right here, buying volume just started making new highs. And you got this huge run up. And this is really all I wanted to show you was that the positive and negative divergence actually work. We can go back to the scanner here, and I'm just gonna pull up the same situation, positive divergence, and I'm gonna put it within, it's true within 1 bar. And this is giving you the Friday's positive divergence. The stock had to trade above 5 million. Volume had to be between $1 and $50. And this is what we got back. And you can look at this, the 5-day change, the month change, and 3-month change. The RS is the relative strength. It just goes into where is it in accordance with this Fibonacci 52-week high, 52-week low. And NLSN is right there. It is the best one, NLSN. So let's go check that one out. It's garbage. Yep, it's garbage. All it's doing is barcoding. Let's see if we can find another one within the RS value. COGT. It's a healthcare stock. COGT, and we have a positive divergence, and you can see buying coming into it. You can call this a spinning top. It's almost the same thing as Hilt. So we can see that same consolidation. You can see the same consolidation at this high as we see on COGT. Looks almost the same here in this consolidation. So I'll mark out everything. You see they have a gap right here, and we'll go through it. And I would say this is where you need to get above that. Support. You have a gap right here. That's probably where it's staying at. And that pink. And just going back, looking for another high. Let's do 3 years. This is the highest it's been for the past 3 years. Max available. So the highest this thing has been is 70 something dollars. Normally, I would just I just do it weekly and do my, I'm thinking. So normally I would do the supply and demand areas, but I'm just pushing through this one because I really don't mean for this video to be this long. So the lowest it's been is $1 something. And we're not gonna worry about that. So this is the high where it actually breached above, and that's acting as support now. So that looks pretty good because it had these multiple highs. I don't know if you want to call that a double top or not. I didn't get all the way up there. But for the most part, next move after 15 should be 1934, it looks like. But it needs to clear out this 17. So we'll go back to the 1 year day. And I look for my most recent. Really don't want to push it down that far, but I do a fib. I do a fib for here. 17. And let's see. I can't see that, so it's 379. And we'll say 1715. And where are we in according with our fib? If I'm using this as my high, so it dropped back down to this 10%, and 110% will be 1849. Next one's 20, and so on and so forth. So this is one of the stocks that I had positive divergence on. So what I'm gonna do is just set an alert. Let's see. I'm gonna set an alert for $17. So I look forward to get above $17, and then I consider getting into it. But if it drops back down into this area, which it's finding support here, and you can see buyers bought this back up, and that's what's happening. You can see here this is curving up, and hopefully Monday it crosses back above 0 and possibly keeps going up. News adjusted. It don't have any news, recent news anyway, and that's all the way to August. I'll leave it like that. But that's for COGT. That's where I marked out everything. Here's your 50 for this, for my Fibonacci anyway. Or you could have put this right. You could have put 0 right here, actually. Would that be better? But it's showing pretty good how it bounces between these two. I'm gonna leave the Fibonacci levels the way they are, but that's just something I wanted to show y'all. And you look at it. I'll go back to the scan. If you're interested in that scan, like I said before, I was looking at it on the RS numbers, but you can look at it in however you want to look at it. And these are my RS values are 52-week high, 52-week low. If you haven't watched my sector rotation videos, it's any of the stocks. Anything that's above 50 will be light 50%. The 50% Fibonacci retracement will be light green. Anything slightly below 50, but above 30 will be dark green. And anything that's above 55, I believe, is B cyan. No, it's something else I programmed in. I can't remember offhand. But I know the best ones are the cyan. So for the most part, they're above any of these right here, above their 50% Fibonacci levels. So whatever these are, information, healthcare, industrial, healthcare, consumer discretionary, utilities, energy, PBR. I got fears on that. I must have been looking at that. So those fields are not valid. There's some old fields I had on there. So looking at this, you can see it's ranging. Here's the bottom of the range. Here's the top of the current range. Do I want this? Yeah, I'll be interested in this. So I will put a line right there, and you can see how this was the break of that last range and how it's serving as support. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to connect all three of these. 1, 2, 3. instead of trying to find the highest one. So this will be a nice range here. And let's see what I want to draw my field. You can see this gap. I'm not going to consider that a gap. You can say it's a gap field. You can say it's a gap field, but for me, I want really the stock to push over this gap to be a gap field. You can see there's another gap right here. It's an energy stock, and with the way the world's going, it could be turned to a nice energy play. Petroleo Brasilio. It's a Brazilian company. Just looking at it, everything's pulling back. PBR. This is the Warren Buffett play. This is Oxy. So I was in it, and looks like this could be a hammer to push it back above. It's more expensive, but still could be a good play. So I will look for it to get back above 65. Where's that field? 65.44. So we will look for 65.40. I just wanted to go check XLE. This is the energy ETF. Just looking at it, I think I had these long-term fibs on here. Yeah, these are long-term fibs, and they need to be adjusted to the new high. And I'm gonna go back to PBR since I have bullish divergence here. This is just really just gappy. Yeah, I found another gap. This might not be the best stock to even be looking at. I don't like all these gaps in it. But for the most part, I will put my fib 1630 and whatever that low is. So 1630. And what is this low? This low is 1075. So looking at it like this, it dropped down to this 38.2 fib. Just looking at it from those of most recent high and most recent low. Could possibly come back down here to retest this. I'll put an alert at or below. I'm gonna put, where is it now? It's at 12. I'm gonna see 1275. Where is that at? Okay, that's good. Half dollars and whole dollars and quarters too. They all work at significant levels. So if it drops back down as low, I can kind of sort of think it out that it could get lower and then buy it and let it ride back above. But if it can get back above this 50% retracement, it's 1353. We just say 55. 1355. And give us an alert. It's let me say downtrend. Connecting all three of those. Channel. So yeah, and this is something I'll be looking for, but this is usually how I come out and mark things out, and I just look for news, and then you go check their sectors as well. Brazilian presidential choice to sway housing, education, or sector analysis. We'll just keep an eye on it, and I got the alert. I know what it is, so. But that's how you will use this indicator. If you want to look for the divergences, you can also come over here and say where stocks has momentum crossed above zero. Okay, on any of these stocks, momentum has crossed above zero. And like I said before, I want to look at something that's above its 50% retracement. So let's look at CPB. It's in this consumer staples. CPB. CPB. All right. And we can see the range. Or I'm going to push this down like that. And right now I'm just looking at three lows in the same area, or a couple of lows in the same area, and see somewhat of a range. So that's not a gap fill. Excuse me. So there's a gap. We have a range. I'm gonna mark out this high because if you look right here, this is significant because selling made a new high, buying made a new high here, and then buying made a new high as well here. You can see how momentum. You see these divergences, and you can see the momentum has crossed back above zero. And it's consumer discretionary, so we put our fibs on here, and what do we get? I'm gonna move it off the screen, find these values. So is that 51.94, 4, and this low, the actual low is 44.37. So looking at this, doesn't look that bad. It's actually sitting on our 38.2 fib. So it's gonna have to contend with this high right there. It's actually breaking above this high, this previous day's high. And it may, these are extremes. So yeah. So this is something else I would set an alert on. It's actually pushing back above. What else can I see? Push consolidation. So this is a nice area of consolidation. You can see right here where the stock couldn't break above the 50 and just consolidation. Once it finally did, it came back to this 38.2% fib from this low and this high. So is it has any news? Not all safe stocks are safe as they look. This is Campbell Soup. I didn't even recognize the ticker. Campbell Soup Company. It's consumer discretionary. So people are always gonna want some soup. They had some bad news the other day. What is this, 9/13? This day is 9/13. It was on Benzinga. Born is beautiful and profitable. Chunky says hunger program pledged to donate 1 million meals this NFL season. That's good news. And you can see, I think Born is profitable just because can I play that? Yeah, okay.
Is beautiful. That is right. Take a look at returns this year. Grain company Archer Daniels, IT service provider.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play that. But anyway, this is one of the stocks where the momentum oscillators popped above zero. Just because it popped above zero, it popped above zero here too. You could have played it that day. Popped above zero here, but it didn't go anywhere. But it seems like the stock is at the lowest, and you see, according to this buying volume candle right here, and this buying volume within this candle is pretty huge. And you can see right here when it popped above zero, buying volume was significant, but this was significant. So all of these wicks in this area showing stopping volume. So this candle could turn around. So it's something that I'll be watching. And that's pretty much the end of this video. This is one of the stocks I'll be looking for. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. And I hope that what I'm showing you has been helpful to you. And I wish you the best and God bless. And just look in the description for the indicator. Have a great weekend.